Welcome to the Sunday Best. It's an in-depth look at the best book I read this week. This week's best, Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. I found Cara in 2023 thanks to her Audible originals, and since I have read all but 2 of her books, and this is actually an ARC that will be available next month on the 4th. Cara says that she has been a fan of a romance since she found a grocery bag full of her grandmother's Harlequin romance books when she was in high school. Her goal with her work is to find the swoon in everyday love stories. Cara has written 10 novels and 1 novella, and she has done an excellent job at achieving her goal. Grief is universal. We don't just get to say, no thanks, I'll pass on this one. Everyone will experience it at some point, and while we won't all experience it the same way, there will be someone who knows what we're going through and will be there to guide us through the hard parts. Lenny didn't think that she'd be able to recover after losing her best friend. Moving from one short-term nannying job to another, like a sad, frazzled Mary Poppins, she was literally surviving moment by moment, unable to move forward and stuck in a state of grief. Lenny's newest nannying job happens to come with a prickly, judgmental, little bit of a jerk uncle, Miles. Upon closer inspection, we find that Miles is just very protective of the family that he has left. He is well acquainted with grief and is able to recognize it in Lenny. He offers to be a grief guide of sorts. He offers to meet her in her grief, help her work through it, be a steady and supportive friend, and guides her along the way to healing. It's not always easy or fun, but together they fight for the light. This was a beautiful book. It was so much more than just another romance story. It is a raw and honest look at grief and how it can consume you. While the grief is heavy, I found myself laughing at how sassy Lenny could be, how deadpan Miles was at times, smiling at how Miles, with lots of help from Lenny, was stepping into his uncle's shoes and being great at it. I cried in sympathy and in joy with both of them. Following them on this journey from despair to seeing the world again in a miraculous light was an absolute treat. I received an advance copy of this book from Random House Publishing Group through NetGalley, but it will be available on shelves March 4th. I have enjoyed all of Cara's books, but this was by far my favorite, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you have read any of Cara's books, congratulations on reading a spectacular book. If not, I hope that your TBR is officially 1 book longer. Happy reading.